All right, everybody, welcome back. It's Tuesday. It's a celebratory day for me. I went 5-0 yesterday. You got to be happy for me.
I am
Thanks.
so
Just be
happy. It's great for the show, and you made a
I
lot
said
of
be
money.
happy for me. She goes, it's great for the show.
Yeah.
She's not happy for me.
No,
She
I
can't
am
be happy for
You
you.
make so
Can't
much
be.
money.
Yeah.
Y'all make me seem like the worst person ever.
No, we don't need to make you seem. I said just be happy for me, and you said I'm happy for the show. So you weren't happy for me. You made it very clear. It's okay. Jealousy's not a great look.
Oh my god.
When you win, I'm happy for you.
I'm so happy for you. I really am that
Thank
you went
you.
5-0. I really am.
Thank you.
I really am.
Thank you.
I did not win.
Thank you.
Obviously.
What happened? That's all right.
Austin Eckler.
We'll talk about it.
And the Chargers.
We'll talk about it.
Throwing a pick and getting sacked anyway. Yeah, so the Cowboys won last night 20-17.
You did call that one at least. It was part of your
I
parlay.
did.
That was
So
good.
they covered. Dak had over 225 yards. Just Eckler had 29, 26 rushing yards, not 50. It's fine. Whatever.
Part of it.
Phillies beat the D-backs last night. Rangers beat the Astros again.
Yeah.
They lead 2-0.
That's crazy. Scored 4 runs in the first inning.
I know. I didn't even have the game on. He texted me. I'm like, are you kidding?
You thought,
First
you
inning.
got excited. You thought I was like Astros.
Yeah, he said Astros. I'm like, wait, what happened?
I gave you like the face palm emoji. So like you probably thought like, oh man, Anthony's pick's not looking good.
Yeah,
Astros,
that's what I thought.
No, I'm at Astros. No,
No,
not good for you.
Yeah.
Not
They
good for
don't
you.
sweep, right? The
I don't
Astros
think so.
cannot get swept.
I don't think so. I don't think so. I don't think they do. I don't think they get swept. I think they win a game or two. I think honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if they win both and it's tied going back to Houston.
We'll get there when we get there. Before we continue with bets, just some NBA kind of news. Anyway,
Yes.
not really NBA.
Anyway,
Anyway,
NIL maybe.
yeah, NIL. We'll go with NIL.
Yeah.
Shaq was named the president of Reebok.
Yep. Basketball operations.
Yep, of basketball
Yeah,
operations
not
of Reebok.
not overall.
No.
Reebok, yeah.
And his first move, he decided to sign a deal with Angel Reese.
Yeah, NIL. And he was
So-
quoted saying that there's no one in the game doing more. There's no one doing more for the game than Angel Reese right now. That's a heavy statement coming from Shaq. So that's cool.
I don't think he's wrong.
No, he's not wrong. She's definitely innovating, changing the game, getting a lot of attention in ways that between her and Floje, I mean, for real, like they're putting eyes on the game in a different way. It's really cool to see.
Yeah, I love that. I love that move. Great job, Shaq.
Yeah.
Okay, we're going to get into it. You ready to go?
The
With our
betting, yeah.
bets?
Last night, Abby, aforementioned 0-2. Payne didn't get a hit, right? Altuve got a hit, but the Astros did not win. Yeah, Eckler did not do his thing, so your football parlay didn't cash. It's all right. You're 9-14. You're still up $355. You only bet $10 because you bet crazy parlays, which is good, which is fine. But you're still up $355, which is cool. MLB playoffs, you're 2-3. I jumped up to 32-44. Still got a very losing record, but I did get back to plus $375, so that's good. I won $255 last night, so if you were telling any of my bets, you guys would have done well. I went 5-0 last night. Now that puts me at 13-9 for the playoffs, which makes me happy. Yeah, and I did, all my stuff cashed last night.
Okay,
Rangers.
you have to brag on what else you did. Though.
Oh, yeah,
Because
yeah.
remember we said that Anthony makes bets when he's not on air. And he made
have
some
some-
really good decisions last night.
I had some good wins last night, yeah. So I had a $500, again, props to DraftKings because most of the time they're going to get me on this, right? The casino usually wins. So they realized that I had been lowering my bets. Since the baseball season ended in September, I was just not winning as much when the lineups changed. So I haven't bet as much, like the amount per bet. And so my VIP rep texted me and said, hey, you have a sweat-free $500 bet in your account now. So I said, okay, let me strategize and look at the best way to try to double up my $500. And it was a sweat-free, which means I got $500 credit if I lost, right? So I felt good about Verlander 4 strikeouts and the Astros scoring 4 runs the other day. It did not happen. So I had a $500 credit. And last night, in order for me to get my $500 back and make some money, I would have had to take positive money. So I said, fuck it. I'm just going to take crazy positive money. I felt like Schwarber was going to hit a home run. So I put the $500 on Schwarber to hit a home run. The odds were plus 290, which means that I netted plus almost 1,500. So first pitch of the home half of the first inning, I cashed that one, which was super nice. And then it was Bryce Harper's birthday yesterday, and DraftKings sent a prop that they surged his home run plus 200. So I took that, and he also homered in the first inning. So I was plus 1,800 in the first inning. So that was kind of cool last night. And I had a wild thought. Hindsight's always 20/20, but
of course.
I did think about, like, literally when I pressed the Schwarber home run, I said, fuck, why didn't I just roll the dice on Harper and Castellanos hitting a home run in the same game again? I was like, nah, I feel good about that. I put it on one, like, no worries. And then sure enough, in the second inning, Castellanos hits a home run. So that one would have made me 15 grand. I looked at that.
You checked?
Yeah, I checked. Yeah, it would have been almost 16 grand. It would have been plus, 5,000. If I would have parlayed them all together, Harper, Schwarber, and Castellanos, it would have been plus 1,200, and it would have made me $60,000 on that $500 bet. So that would have been super cool. Oh. Yeah. But I'm not complaining. I'm not complaining. I won 1,800 in the first inning, so that was cool. I also took a bunch of other parlays that hit yesterday. So I had 3 or 4 plus 400 parlays that hit. I had a couple plus 200 parlays. I wound up netting about $2,400 yesterday in playoff games, so that was kind of cool. That was a good win for me, a good night for me. I needed that one.
Like I said, I wish we just had a live camera on you when you were betting. Every time you bet, just so people could see.
You should have seen me in the kitchen last night. I was cooking dinner, and I had my head down because I was like, I'm not even gonna watch Schwarber's at bat. I can't believe I bet $500 on a home run. And then sure enough, I hear the crack of the bat, and they go, there it goes, and there it is. I was like, let's go. And poor Lila's she's like scurrying around. She's like, what is happening? I'm just screaming. I got this big old knife in my hand, cutting potatoes. It was probably scary. Talk about having a camera on me. I was probably going nuts.
I am happy for you. That's awesome.
More than the live homers that you guys saw me celebrating here too.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was a good win for me on one swing of the bat. That was cool.
You've had some good luck with home runs recently.
Yeah.
All right, let's see if it lasts though.
Yeah, I know. Today, that's the key is I'm only putting 3 bets in today. I'm a little unsure of how game 2 is going to go. Some of the trends are more of an offensive game. As I told you last night, I did parlay the under. I took an alternate under. The over-under in the game was 7.5, and the game was at 8. So I took a 9.5 under with Wheeler strikeouts and Zach Gallen strikeouts, and that one hit. But today I think I'm going to go the over. So I'm going to go Nola 5+ Ks. Makes me a little nervous because he's not as much of a strikeout pitcher as Zach Wheeler is. And like I said, the Diamondbacks strike out the least amount in the league, tied with the Washington Nationals. Makes me a little nervous. That's the one leg that I don't feel great about. Merrill Kelly, 4+ strikeouts. I think he's going to pitch well tonight. I think the Phillies are going to do their thing. They're going to score runs, but Merrill Kelly's going to keep him in the game, I think. So I think he has 4 strikeouts over 5 or 6 innings if he stays in the game that long. I think the Phillies' bats stay hot, and I think it's only a matter of time before the Diamondbacks put some runs on the board. So I'm going an alternate over of the 5.5. That actually is plus 200 odds. Like, the plus 200 odds is actually scaring me. I don't know why. Yeah, I don't think it should be that high. That's what I'm saying.
So why is it?
I don't know, honestly, because if I change the over-under to under 12.5, so that's a crazy high, alternate over-under, it's only plus 125. So that's why I'm like, the books are saying that it's going to be a lower scoring game, but I don't know. They're saying that the books are also saying that the Phillies are going to have a ton of hits. So I don't know. If some of those are home runs or gap balls, like, there's going to be runs scored in the game.
Are you going to ride with that?
I'm riding with it. That's my pick. I got a same game parlay, Nola 5+ Ks, Kelly 4+ Ks, over 5.5 runs. I'm betting $25 on that to make me $50. I had a sweat-free bet, $25, so I'm betting that. I told you before we flipped it on, the run line scares me for Philly, but I'm taking it. I think the Phillies are there's a lot of energy there. I'm taking it. I'm riding with my Phils, but I'm only going a quarter unit, so I'm betting $25. That'll win me about $60. And then I am riding with the boys. Trey Turner, 2+ total bases. He's going to see a ton of pitches to hit. He's hitting in front of Bryce Harper. Bryce Harper is one of the hottest guys on the planet right now. Alec Boehm is struggling a little bit, who is batting behind Bryce Harper. So Bryce Harper is probably going to be on base. He's going to have some walks if he doesn't hit the ball, because he's seeing the ball really well. But then I'm going to stay hot with Nick Castellanos and take 2 total bases for him. So Harper hit, Castellanos 2 total bases, Trey Turner 2 total bases, and that gives me plus 575. I'm only going to put $25 on that because I think it's a little bit of a flyer, but those are my 3 picks for the day.
Okay.
MLB playoffs only.
So, yeah, we don't have a lot to go off of today.
Yeah, that's the only game. We got NBA preseason, but I'm staying away from that.
I was just going to take the Phillies money line, but I kind of like your play.
The run line. Now you're jumping on board.
I don't know. I'm bad luck. Do you want me to do that? Because I can't win a bet. So
I know.
I'm going to do it anyway. I'm going to tail that one. And then I do have an NFL parlay for Thursday.
If they lose, we know it's your fault, though.
Everything's my fault. It's all right. Thursday, the Saints play the Jags. Why can I not, like, the same game parlay stuff, like, it's not even out yet. Like, I can't.
What's today, Tuesday?
Yeah.
Again, I think they probably just want to see who's playing, that kind of stuff, see the lineups.
Okay, so what I have right now, and I will build on it, so y'all have to go look at our Instagram whenever we post the bet slip for Thursday Night Football, but I'm going to take the Saints to cover. I am. And I know that that's probably not a smart move. I think 72% of the public is going with Jacksonville. But if their offense doesn't get things together, Pete Carmichael is going to be fired. Like, he is on the hot seat. He's been on the hot seat. And it's like, you can't have the roster that you have, the offense that you have, and not score more points. Like, it's sickening, honestly. So I think they cover. And I think Carr has over 235.5 yards.
That's a lot of yards.
Listen, Joe, before you start.
A lot of yards.
Yeah, it is. But he had over 350 this past week. Jacksonville doesn't have a good pass defense. So, they are at a make or break point where the offense has to come out swinging, or like it's like
all right.
A dumpster fire. It already is a dumpster fire, but like worse.
235 and the Saints to cover. All right.
You had me at Saints to cover. You lost me at Derek Carr.
Explain why.
I love the Saints defense versus Trevor Lawrence and that Jacksonville offense.
Mm-hmm.
I know they're good. Trevor Lawrence is arguably top 5, definitely top 10 quarterback in the league. But I think the Saints defense is too good. The point you're making about Pete Carmichael, like being on the hot seat and needing a big game, like he needs a big game because he hasn't been having them. So like that scares me with Derek Carr.
I agree.
They're gonna throw. They're gonna throw. They have to be flashy. They have to.
Why?
Because the shit that they are getting right now, like, it's not good. And not only Pete Carmichael, like, on the hot seat, so is Dennis Allen. Like, you can't have receivers like Chris Olave, Michael Thomas. You've got a new franchise quarterback. Derek Carr is here. We finally have a quarterback after years and years of trying to figure it out after Breeze, and you're not producing. And they're being called out. So show up against a Jacksonville defense that you can capitalize on, throw the ball, be flashy, make the plays, deep ball. Like, Derek Carr, he's got to.
But he hasn't so far. So that's it. So, I mean,
I'm
he's
going
had
with
to
it.
Before the year, too. I mean.
This is the good juju he needs. This is the good juju he needs, and you're speaking it into existence.
I like it.
I'm
Yeah,
here
I
for
am.
it. I'm here for it.
I'm not breaking on this one.
I'm not a Saints fan, so I don't know.
This is not a biased move. This is not a biased move. They just happen to be in the Thursday Night Football game.
Yeah.
I'm going with it.
We'll see.
You can fade me. I've fully told everybody, fade me. Please fade me. Go ahead. I'm going to take this one.
All right.
Anyway. Okay.
I like it.
You have any?
No, there's not a ton of breaking news. We kind of put some stuff out there yesterday. Topps did a really cool thing where they hired an artist and he made a one-of-one Corbin Carroll rug. And Corbin Carroll signed it, and they're going to auction it off. So that's pretty cool from a collectibles standpoint. eBay Collectibles has some things going off. They're doing a premier auction for the next 10 days. It's today the 16th, so starting yesterday. They're doing a premier auction where it's just like high-end sports cards. So, and they're all things that can go in your eBay vault. And if you guys aren't familiar with what the eBay vault is, I think it's going to be the future of the way that we buy and sell trading cards, especially online. So for your eBay vault, for cards that I believe are north of $250, you can vault it in there. Security safe vault, climate controlled vault, and basically you don't pay any fees on transactions as long as it stays in the vault. So I can put my sports cards up in my vault, and you can see my collection. You can come buy a card from me, and then it just gets transferred to your vault, and there are no fees until about mid-2024. So I think it's a really cool service. I think eBay is going to be playing around in that category with all the big vault companies, that do that kind of stuff like PWCC. And I think this is going to be one of the biggest things in the collectibles industry. So one of the cool things about eBay, they're innovating, doing different things. And I even think it's going to apply to blockchain technology down the road too. So Yeah, that's really it for collectibles. Nothing crazy today. Oh yeah, I
We
forgot
do
about
have
this.
something really cool on the desk.
We do.
Okay, explain. He gave it to you?
Yeah, he gave it to us. I think it's a gift to Cards and Culture. Jared Mitchell, a friend of the show, one of my best friends. He was an outfielder on our 2009 College World Series championship team. Here he is right here. He was a first rounder by the Chicago White Sox in 2009, the year that we won the national championship. And so, he was coming up in the minor leagues, and he was one of their top prospects. And so when he was in Double A, I think this is their Double A, Birmingham Barons, they had a bobblehead night of him. And so I guess he copped one, and he's gifted it to the shop. So he knows I like all these little figures and stuff. So he surprised me with that last night when they were doing their mic'd up show. And now he's front and center. And so we'll add him to all the other ones over here.
Yeah, he can go next to Pac.
Yeah, I like it.
Our little Tupac up there.
Yeah, that was good.
All right, quick show. Not too much going on, but
Quick show.
we will
One
be
game
back.
tonight, NBA preseason, but we'll be back Thursday,
NBA
Friday.
finals tomorrow.
Friday.
So we'll have a lot to catch up on Friday.
Yeah, Friday. Yep.
Friday
So-
morning.
and if you guys have not subscribed, please subscribe. Share it with your friends. Any other degenerates that like gambling, that like ripping cards. And if you like your sports news, make sure you guys follow Abby and subscribe to her show, Valley Vision. She does a great job covering LSU sports. So for all our local people that are here listening, make sure you guys go check that out. She's doing an incredible job. See you guys Friday.